on, I asked you a question. What's with the innuendo?
Why don't we go to lunch now?
No, I want to find out from her something. What do you mean the party is just warming up here?
John, take the woman out to lunch and ask her.
I'm asking you.
No, don't leave, darling. Julie is the guest of honor.
You see, there you go again. You're talking these riddles.
You're the only person in this room who doesn't understand me, dear.
You've been doing this for months now. I want to know
John,
something.
it's
If you
not
have
worth
something
it.
to
It's
say,
not
you say it.
worth
I'm
it.
sure
Come
it's
on.
not worth anything at all. But you open your mouth and people around here start to squirm. You play this game of you know something that we don't know. Well, I've had it up to here. Now, if you have something to say, you say it now, or else you button up. Now, I'm calling you bluff.
Hey, what's going on
Your
here?
bluff.
My bluff? My bluff. Oh, dear. Well, now all the characters are present, right, Iva?
So you think somebody's setting you up?
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Who?
Look, any man as successful as I am has plenty of enemies.
It takes a certain kind of enemy to frame somebody for murder. Also somebody capable of buying off witnesses. Like Billy Lambert, who picked you out of a lineup as the man in Shorty's bar on April 15th.
Yeah, and he's lying. Look, and Lambert's been bought before by Arthur Claiborne.
Are you suggesting that Claiborne is setting you up?
Arthur? No, and I'm not worried about Lambert either. Look, the state can't build a case on a witness who's a confessed kidnapper.
Don't count on that. I've seen some pretty disreputable witnesses convince a jury that they were telling the truth. Well, let's talk about your alibi for the morning of the 15th.
Look, I told you, I was with Arthur in his room at the Executive Club. We were discussing Farber.
Can anyone else testify to that?
Well, I flew a private jet back to Oakdale. The pilot should have a log.
No, I mean a witness who can place you in Claiborne's room.
No, I don't think so.
Great.
Look, Arthur picked me up at the airport. We drove back to the Executive Club parking lot that was underground. We took the rear elevator up to his room. I don't recall seeing anybody.
You made a case for discrediting Lambert because he's a confessed kidnapper. But your alibi for the 15th clearly depends on Claiborne. Another confessed, not to mention convicted, kidnapper.
I didn't actually see Gavin take the button off my coat, but as I told you on the phone, he had plenty of time when he insisted on hanging up my coat himself.
I'm afraid that's not going to stand up in court, Arthur, but you may be able to help us with something else.
What's that?
According to a statement you made at the time of Carolyn's death, you were at the Executive Club from 9 to 12 on the morning of April 15th.
That's right.
Can anyone corroborate that?
All morning I was on the phone at my home office in Des Moines. But I put those calls on my credit card, so there's no way to prove that they came from the Executive Club.
Aren't you forgetting a little meeting you had with Gavin Kruger?
Wait, do you say we had a meeting?
Just answer the question.
No, I did not have a meeting with Gavin Kruger on April the 15th.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. And if he expects me to give him an alibi, he can go straight to hell.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Pringles. So fresh, once you pop, you can't stop.
I swear I never laid eyes on Gavin Kruger the morning of April 15th. And I'm not about to lie to cover for him.
You lied to cover for him before about the DeWitt takeover and insider trading.
Well, if I had implicated him then, I would have had to implicate myself as one risk prison. But now I'm in prison anyway. Besides, I'm certain that Gavin hired somebody to stab me in the showers here.
Why are you so sure that he's responsible? A prison rub-out like this has all the earmarks of the Harper family.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I've told you before, all my dealings with the Harpers have been strictly legitimate. They would have no reason to silence me, whereas Gavin would have plenty of reason, not the least of which is his phony alibi for April the 15th. I've done a lot of thinking in here, and I'm certain that Gavin needed the DeWitt takeover to save Kruger Industries. Now, if Carolyn found out about that, Gavin might have thought that she needed silencing too.
Well, that's interesting speculation, but that's all it is. back to the facts. During your association with the Harpers, was there ever any connection between them and Gavin?
No, none.
What about Gavin and Vicky Harper?
Vicky barely knew Gavin, but she instinctively didn't like or trust him. I have the impression I'm not giving you the answers you're looking for.
We're looking for the truth, Arthur.
I told you the truth about April the 15th.
Arthur, are you willing to testify to that in court?
I'm not just willing. I'm eager.
No, I'm not worried about somebody getting to Arthur and buying him off. He's too weak to risk lying under oath.
Why would you hire a man you had such a low opinion of in the first place?
Frankly, just to keep him quiet about the DeWitt takeover. And, one other reason. Arthur did some legal work for the Harper family. In Chicago, I'm sure you know who they are.
Yeah.
Now, I needed a large amount of cash, and I didn't want any rumors about the company being in financial difficulty, so I went to the Harpers. Now, I thought I'd be out from under in just a couple of months, but the economy took a downturn. I was never sure how much Arthur knew, but I thought best just to keep him on the payroll. And now I'm wondering if maybe the Harpers think I'm a liability, and they're trying to put me away with this frame-up.
I think if you're into the Harpers for a sizable amount, they have a vested interest in keeping you out of prison and making money. Now, there has to be someone who hates you and would stand to benefit from having you out of the way.
Well, I can think of two people right here who hate me, but I don't know how they would benefit from me being put in prison. Jade Sullivan, my assistant, of course, who's probably feeling scorned right now, and Daryl Crawford, who is still burning from the takeover attempt and the fact that I found his first wife attractive.
How attractive?
Very. But nothing ever came of it. More's the pity.
I thought that we had unlimited time.
Word just came down. Mr. Kruger's to be arraigned in about an hour.
So, it's about to become official.
This is good news. We'll post bail and get you out of here until the trial. We've got a lot of work to do.
Well, I'm actually very glad that that young resident showed up because I thought John was going to choke Lucinda.
Why was Lucinda talking about a party when she's obviously not...
Can I have a word with you?
Sure.
Did anybody tell you? John's party is supposed to be a surprise for Iva and Aaron.
No. Yes. I didn't. Well, if Lucinda wasn't talking about the party, what was she talking about?
Beats me. Lucinda, the adoption's going to be final in a few hours. Why do you come in here and pull a stunt like that? The only one that you're going to hurt with your suspicions is Lily. That's not what you want, is it?
No, it isn't what I want. What I want is for Julie to take that baby and scram. Instead of which, I'm going to have to watch that baby being raised right under Lily's nose. Now, truth will come out. Lies come home to roost.
The only lie here is the ones that you tried to get Julie to tell. Last summer for money. To try and break Holden and Lily up. Didn't work then. It's not going to work now.
I'm sorry about the interruption.
No. Okay, we'll go to lunch now. Lily and Holden and Caleb are going to join us.
That's great. Why don't you guys go down there and I'll join you in a little while. I want to talk to Lucinda.
No, I'll wait.
Okay, I won't be long.
You better take care of yourself, dear. You'll have a conniption fit. You need a cardiac specialist.
You gonna have time to have lunch with all of us?
No, I can't, Dad. I'm going to drive Julie to the airport. We're going to have lunch on the way.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll see you later.
Okay.
I want to have a word with what's her name here.
We were just talking about some photography business.
It's okay. It's cool.
It's okay?
Yeah.
I'll see you at the courthouse.
Right. It occurs to me
Yeah?
that you don't carry on this way with me unless Iva's around. It's almost as if you're saying to me, Johnny, if you're not going to be happy with me, then I'm going to make damn sure you're not happy with anybody, especially Iva.
John, my whole life doesn't revolve around you.
No, I know it doesn't. It revolves around you, but that's your problem. Now, I'm very happy with Iva, and I think she's very happy with me. As a matter of fact, the word love comes to mind. We are together on this thing, and if everything works out right, we are going to stay together.
I'm afraid there are things about Iva you don't know.
I'm sure of it, but I'm learning every day, and I like what I'm learning. And do you know what I know? I love her. I want her to be my wife.
Oh, my God. And when does that event take place?
The boy's adoption becomes final this afternoon. Why didn't you ask me then?
Wait. You mean this all hinges on the baby?
He's a
On Aaron?
very
On the-
important little thing. He's important to her life. He's important to my life. He's important to our life together. So just drop the act, huh? Get on with your life, and don't worry about Iva and Aaron and me. We are going to be very happy together.
Hey, are you okay? Yeah, darling, I'm fine. I'm just... Oh, baby. I love you. Thank you for caring about me. Hey, I thought you were going to be taking sides like everyone else in there.
Mother, when are you going to realize that there are no sides here? They're just people who love each other.
Urgent. Okay, Mac, we'll just have Margot or Tom call me as soon as they get in. Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Hey, Jess.
Hi.
Duncan said you were meeting him out here for lunch. He had to go to the Argus, but he should be back soon. I'll take your coat.
Okay,
Thank you. I just found out that Margot and Tom went up to Marion to question Arthur Claiborne.
Yeah, I called Tom's office earlier, and they said he'd be back in about an hour in time for Gavin's arraignment.
Let me ask you something, Jess. As a lawyer, what do you think about the case against Gavin?
Well, I don't know all the facts, but I do know that Tom won't go to court unless he's got a strong case.
So you're saying that even after the arraignment, it's possible that the case could be dropped?
Well, I don't think that's likely, especially since the state's attorney's office has ruled out the need for a grand jury based on the evidence. But Gavin has a very shrewd attorney, so who knows?
Boy, oh boy, I certainly don't know how Daryl would handle news like that. Excuse me. Earl Mitchell Center.
Well, hi, Franny. It's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. How's it going?
Okay. Is Duncan there?
No, Lisa, he's not. He went over to the Argus to oversee the coverage of Gavin's arrest, but he should be back any minute because he's having lunch with Miss Jessica, and she's waiting for him now.
Oh, well, may I speak with Jessica?
Yeah, sure. Hold on just a second. Lisa wants to talk to you.
Thanks. Hi, Lisa. What's up?
Oh, Jess, I've really tried to take your suggestion and talk to Duncan, but he is so elusive.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. It just proves what I've been telling you. Listen, am I going to see you at the courthouse later for Aaron's adoption?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be so happy when this is settled. Look, when Duncan gets there, would you ask him to call me at Fashions?
I will. Bye. Well, I can't wait to go to the courthouse this afternoon. An adoption is an attorney's happier assignment.
I am so glad to hear you say that because you know what? You just may be officiating at another one pretty soon. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, Jess, and, well, I know that I'm the only mother that Carol and Dana will ever know. Daryl and I definitely want to have more children, and I just don't want her to ever grow up feeling like she's, you know, different. So my question to you is, how difficult would it be for me to become her legal mother?
Well, since you're married to her natural father and her mother is deceased, I would think it's just a matter of drawing up the papers and formalizing it in court.
Really? Mm-hmm. Jess, I would be so happy if we could get all this squared away before the christening, but, you know, I haven't even spoken to Daryl about it, so I don't even know how he would feel, but I don't know, just the thought of it.
Girls.
Well, hello there. Hi, sweetie. Franny tells me you've been down at the Argus. I hope you're not trying Gavin in your newspaper.
I'm using restraint.
Very good.
I guess your influence has rubbed off on me. And I don't want to give Gallagher grounds for a mistrial. Would you like to join us for lunch?
Well, it's very kind of you to offer, sir, but I'm waiting for Daryl, but we'll be down as soon as he gets here.
Very good.
See you later. All right, bye-bye.
It's obvious that Gavin's trying to take over DeWitt. I mean, he's been buying up blocks of stock right up to the point he got arrested. He tried to get Lucinda to do the same thing. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I've got to let Charles and my board know about this breach of security.
Now, wait a minute, Daryl. Let's not be too hasty. It's much better to explore these matters thoroughly
first.
Ambrose, I appreciate what you're trying to say, but my priority is with my board.
Well, I'm going to get a copy of that file and just see how far this problem extends.
What's going on in here?
Police found our DeWitt report in Kruger's files, and Daryl wants to know how it got there. The problem is we can't say we suspected Marcy, or know we had the information and didn't pass it along to him. We can't say it was because we didn't want to antagonize Kruger.
On the other hand, Marcy never admitted doing it. I mean, I know she'll just deny it to Daryl, too. She might even make some false accusations just to get back at us.
He's exactly right.
I think our only choice is to plead ignorance.
I don't like it. We try and get ourselves off of one hook, we're going to find ourselves on another. Let me see what I can do. So what did Charles say?
I wasn't able to get in hold of him.
All right, well, good. That'll give us a chance to do some troubleshooting. Why don't we go down to the executive dining room and have some lunch and talk this thing over? Ambrose is getting the report. Tell us exactly how much information leaked to Kruger.
Wait, I couldn't tell you this in front of Kirk. But another reason we can't point the finger at Marcy is because she might retaliate by dredging up that rumor about you and Daryl sleeping together.
Yeah.
Now, I know that is a bunch of bull, but it might cause Daryl to put distance between you and he for the sake of his marriage. And we'd end up losing DeWitt anyway.
Lucinda, I was in the middle of a very important meeting. Now, what's all this about a matter of life and death?
Well, it's not my life or my death, thank heavens. Look, I just want to ask you some advice, oh, darling. I figured I could come now because the Walsh crew are out to lunch.
Yes, well, don't forget, I work for them now.
I know. It's not about business. It's about Lily.
Oh, Lord, I hope you're not meddling in that marriage.
Dear, I am doing my utmost to make sure that I can preserve Lily's happiness. Do you want to see Holden's bastard raised right under Lily's nose?
Oh, no, that again?
Yes, that again. All right. The simplest thing to do would be for Julie to take that baby and get out of town.
But I thought the adoption was about to be finalized soon.
Yes, this afternoon. However, an adoption can be contested if there's been fraud, right? Say the wrong father's name is on the certificate and Iva knew, right? What I want to know is, will all of that, all the dirty linen, will that come out in open court?
Well, usually matters of family court are kept in strictest confidence to protect the minors involved.
Oh, I knew it. Then Lily doesn't have to know.
Yes, but if Holden is named as alleged father, he'll be questioned. And he'll certainly tell Lily.
Oh. Well, maybe the best thing for the child anyway is just to go with Julie. Just go with Julie. Julie's got a guy who's willing to take care of them. That would be the best thing for everybody.
Everybody except Iva. That's what you're really after, isn't it?
Oh, no, darling. Iva's made her a bed. Let her lie in it. Hey, thank you. Got what I need.
Oh.
John. Hi.
Oh, hiya.
What's new?
I thought you'd be up to your knees in police work.
I am. I was just driving back to the station from the Federal Pen. I got 3 emergency messages from you. What's the problem?
Excuse me a minute, will you?
What?
I'm throwing a little surprise party for Iva and Aaron after the adoption becomes final this afternoon. I want you to be there. What do you say?
Oh, Lord, I forgot. I completely forgot it was today. I've been breathing, sleeping, dreaming the Gavin Kruger case, and you know, I just can't. I can't make it. Tom is at Gavin's arraignment right now.
Okay. I hope you're not running yourself ragged here now.
Of course I am. It's fine, but I mean, things are just breaking so fast, and the one thing I do regret is that I don't get to see my little boys. But hey, Grandpa John, think you could stop by Mama's and play with them for a little while?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm really becoming very good with kids. Really, very good. I know exactly what to do with them.
John, you're downright happy, aren't you?
I think I am, yeah. Well, I think I'm making the right choice. I'm going into this thing with my eyes wide open. I don't think any bad mistakes are going to happen. I'll tell you something else. After this adoption is final this afternoon, I'm hoping that I can become Aaron's full-time official papa.
Ah! Of course, I have the money. It's just that my accountant is late paying the bills, and I do not appreciate being hounded. Oh, Mrs. Walsh, this is a pleasant surprise.
Well, hello. I was in the neighborhood. Well, if you're busy, I can come back another time. It's just a small business matter.
Oh, I thought Carl Eldridge was your new attorney.
Well, he's one of many, but I like to get fresh input.
By all means, let's talk. May I take your coat?
Thank you so much.
Won't you sit down?
Yes, poor Julie Wendell. I understand the adoption of her little baby boy is going to be finalized today, this afternoon, 4:30. Judge Donohue's chambers. I guess you tried your best.
Well, as you know, of course, I'm not permitted to discuss it in any detail, but in actual fact, the truth is I never got a chance to try. Miss Wendell changed her mind. I don't know why. I suppose it could have been perhaps the fee she thought would be excessive considering the uncertain outcome.
Oh, dear, and once again the poor girl's a victim. I do feel responsible. I feel sorry for her. I was the one who introduced her to Oakdale, where the baby was conceived. If you really think that your fee was a factor in her decision not to contest, I'd be happy to take care of that myself. You need never tell her about it. She wouldn't need to know. If the girl got her baby back, I'd have the reward of a good deed. Well done.
Something can be told. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Since Jeannie and Kenny are in Chicago, I've been trying to reach Felix Harrison to see if he'd join us for dinner, so that Jeannie and Kenny can meet him like I promised.
Listen, I have a terrific idea. I know you want Jean there when we get married, so why don't we make it a wedding instead of just dinner?
Well, isn't that rushing it just a bit?
Why? You know how much I love you. I'd change the course of mighty rivers for you. I'd move mountains for you.
Well, I don't need anything that flamboyant, but if you'd like to prove your love, then I'd settle for just a little straight shooting.
I've always been honest with you.
Yeah, but have you been really honest with yourself?
What is it? You think I'm still avoiding the racial issue. Is that it? Well, you're wrong. It's just not important to me.
But it's important to other people, some of whom are important to you. And that's what you've been avoiding, Duncan, like not returning Lisa's phone calls.
If that's what it takes to prove to you that I love you, I'll call her. But right now, I just want you. All right, I'll call her right now. Lisa, it's Duncan.
Oh, Duncan, how sweet of you to return my call. I was wondering if it would be convenient if I kind of popped out to the castle for a little bit.
Oh, well, you know, Lisa, I've been down at the Argus working on the Kruger story, and I have a great deal to catch up with out here.
Well, I know, and I just read the advance copy, and I want to congratulate you on your most fair reporting. I know that's a lot, because you're no big fan of Gavin's.
Well, thank you, Lisa. What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, I need to talk to you in person.
Well, as I said, I'm quite busy. I have a great deal to catch up with out here. Perhaps we can just put it off.
No, Duncan, it really is important.
I really can't talk now, Lisa. I have to cut this short. I'll talk to you soon.
Hi. We're back.
Oh, hi. How was lunch?
Lunch was great. Lunch was really good. I just wanted to stop by. I'm on my way back to the penthouse to pack, and I wanted to say thanks for letting me stay with you. And
You're so welcome. Anytime. I love you. I love you like a daughter.
I know you do, and that means so much to me. It really does. I don't know how I would have gotten through this last year without you and Andy. I'm so glad you're going to be there for Aaron, too. Especially after that little performance Lucinda put on at the hospital today.
What are you talking about?
Well, she was digging at us about Aaron in front of my dad and Holden and Lily.
I could see what it was doing to Iva, too. You know, it must be like sitting on a keg of dynamite just waiting for Lucinda to light that fuse.
Well, it's all going to be over now because Aaron's adoption is going to be official, and any major threat Lucinda has against Iva is over.
I can really appreciate how much Iva must love him. Watching her take all that garbage from Lucinda.
I agree. I hope you remember that if you ever doubt your decision, Julie.
Fashions, Lisa Mitchell. Well, you are in luck. Hold on a second. It's Ron for you.
Hello? You just caught me. I was on my way to the airport. What's up? Oh, no. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, no, thank you. Thanks for doing everything you could. I will. Bye-bye.
What in the world?
Ron said he tried everything, but it's hopeless. I'm not gonna get Pete and Jenny back. He knew I'd be upset. So he says he doesn't want me to fly to New York alone. He's gonna come by Oakdale tomorrow and pick me up. Now I've lost all my kids.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Just send the bill to my new offices. And you know there's a question of urgency here. It's scheduled for this afternoon, 4:30 in Judge Donahue's chambers. And as I said, there's no need for Miss Wendell to know about me at all. She's so proud, she probably wouldn't accept it from me.
I'll do the very best I can, but you must understand, even if she gives me the green light, I do only have 2 hours to work with.
Well, you have numbers where you can reach her. All right.
Now, who is adopting Julie's baby?
You find that out. I have every confidence in you. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if the poor girl wasn't a victim for once in her life? I reward success.
Hello. This is Fred Greer. I'm a local attorney. Can you tell me what's scheduled for Judge Donahue's chambers this afternoon at 4:30? The Ira Snyder adoption.
Kurt, those are some good ideas about damage control in this situation. To tell you the truth, I'm glad to have some kind of argument to go to my board with. Up until now, I think things have been working out pretty well between us.
I'm glad you feel that way.
It's ironic, isn't it? I mean, if Gavin hadn't been arrested and his papers subpoenaed, we never would have found out about this. You know, I've got my theory on how this report fell into his hands. Now, you fired Marcy because she was double-dealing with Lucinda, right? I think she was trying to hedge her bet with Gavin. I'm going to go to her personally and confront her face-to-face with this, see how she reacts. I mean, I'm not going to be able to tell the truth exactly, but if I think she's the spy, I don't have to worry about any of you in this
I really
office.
don't think this is really your responsibility. Excuse me. Yes, Jane. He's going to have to wait. All right, I'll see what I can do. Hold on. Sorry for the interruption. A client says he can't wait for a piece of information.
All right.
Actually, something you're working on. Let's go to your office and get it. I'll be right back.
You got it.
I don't think that you should go to Marcy.
What are you talking about?
Don't forget, she's the one that spread the rumor about our affair, which we managed to scotch, but I don't think we're going to be able to be that lucky if she retaliates and tries to spread it again. Especially since it's true.
You're right. Okay, we'll just assume that Marcy was the spy, and we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Connor, I've got a favor to ask you, kind of a personal one.
What is it?
All right, I have reason to believe that Gavin was in deep financial trouble, especially with the South Korean enterprises, and I know you were handling that.
Yeah.
Was anything weird going on with that? Was there something weird with the money or anything? Because the police could use this. This could be the motive to prove that he was trying to take over DeWitt, and he killed Carolyn because he wanted to keep her quiet when she found out.
You are asking me to breach client confidentiality, which is exactly what you're so upset about right now.
Connor, we are talking about the murder of a helpless woman here.
Oh, Daryl. Look, all I can tell you is that I did have some questions about the South Korean books. It's not any sort of proof, but there are a lot of discrepancies, and it might mean that somebody altered the figures.
Connor, you got to go to the police with this.
I can't. I wouldn't turn over your records under the same circumstances, and besides, we do not know that Gavin is guilty at this point.
You're right. You're right. I apologize to you. I shouldn't have put you in that position.
Sorry for the interruption.
That's okay, Kirk. Listen, you've given me a lot to think about. I need some time to digest all this. I'll call Charles, and I'll reschedule the meeting for another time.
All right, I'll walk you out. Thanks.
It's all taken care of.
Sorry, I came unglued.
Honey, please. I know how disappointed you are at losing Pete and Jenny. I think Ron is a wonderful man. He's so sensitive. He knows that you need to be with your friends now.
Oh, I have to in class. Oh, my God.
No, absolutely not. Oh, no. I'll stay here. I know you have to go to the courthouse after class. Don't worry about me, Andy.
Julie, I will worry about you always.
Fashions, Lisa Mitchell. Hold on. Fred Greer, you do not have to talk to this man.
I'd better talk to him.
Hello? Miss Wendell, this is Fred Greer. I wonder if you could come by my office as soon as possible.
I know why you're calling, and don't worry, I'm not trying to stiff you or anything. I'm leaving town tomorrow, so I'll come right by with a check.
Ah, he's such a creep. Look, I have to go to the adoption proceedings, but if you'll wait, I'll go with you, too.
No. I'd just sooner get this over with. I can handle Fred Greer.
Now look, by this afternoon, that little boy is going to be Aaron Snyder, right? Now, it wouldn't take much of a step to make him Aaron Snyder Dixon. I don't mean to pressure you. I just want you to know. That's what I would want. I want that.
I know that. When you haven't kept your feelings a secret.
No. Well, a lot of times I haven't been sure of what I wanted in my life. And I've made a lot of mistakes because of that. But I'm not making a mistake now about you. And about that boy. I want a life with you and with that boy. I don't want this chaos and intrigue that I wind up with when I marry people like Lucinda.
Can we not talk about her anymore? Okay.
No, let's not talk about her anymore.
Oh, good.
Let's talk about you and me and Aaron. Okay. I'll come to your office a little bit later on and pick you up. Then we'll go over, pick up the boy. We'll go to the courthouse. I love you. I love you very much.
Kruger's bail was denied.
Yeah! That's one for our team, huh?
Well, I argued that he was about to skip town when you arrested him, so with all his international resources and contacts, if he skipped town again, we'd have trouble finding him.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you know, I ran into John today, and both of us forgot that the adoption is being finalized this afternoon.
Well, until this case is solved, we're not going to have a lot of time for anything else anyway, so... So I guess Andy's name went on those sealed records as Aaron's father, huh? No way to change that.
Well, no, but from what Jess told Iva, the new birth certificate will be issued with Iva as the mother, and the father's name will be left blank.
Well, the new law states that adoptees can go back to those records when they come of age, so... By the way, Adam's real father's name is not on his birth certificate.
Tom, you are Adam's real father, and he is never going to question that.
Leaves us with a hell of a responsibility. If Aaron asks Iva, then he forces the issue. It's up to you and Hal and myself if Adam ever finds out the truth, and I'm not up for making that kind of decision.
Honey, we'll all of us be older and wiser then, and we'll know what to do.
Hey, guys, got something I think is pretty important. I just came from Walsh where I was talking to Connor. She told me she had some serious questions with some financial records Gavin gave her concerning the South Korean operations.
This could be the proof that Gavin was in deep financial trouble. There's your motive, Tom.
How in the hell could they have denied me bail?
Calm down. We'll appeal.
Look, Emerson, I have a lot more than just this case to worry about. I have a complex business to run.
Then I suggest that you temporarily assign someone to cover for you.
Oh, who? My closest associate, Jade Sullivan? I don't think so. I don't trust her anymore.
That reminds me. Before the arraignment, I picked these communiques up for you at my hotel.
That's Jade's stationery. Yeah, well, it looks like she's made the decision for me. This is a resignation. Oh, and she has contacted my first executive vice president to come to Oakdale and take over.
That sounds like a good solution.
That's not exactly what I had in mind when I promoted Mr. Baxter. I have to think about that.
Gavin, I was sorry to hear of your unfortunate situation, but I want to put your mind at rest. We don't intend to press you about the loan during this difficult time, but we'd appreciate a good faith down payment of $20 million by the end of next week. Otherwise, we may be forced to protect our investment in other ways. Sincerely, Anthony Harper.
I want you to get a hold of Lucinda Walsh. Tell her it's an urgent matter of mutual interest.
I'm just glad Daryl didn't ask us point blank. This way, at least we didn't have to lie, just evade.
It all amounts to the same thing, Kirk.
I think this whole matter will blow over once we prove how invaluable we are so that the Board of DeWitt will not fire us.
Hey, guys. Kirk, I'm so sorry that I've been out of the office all day, but, well, in fact, we have to go out again because we're heading over to the adoption. But I am here to pick up some work, so don't worry. Everything is under control.
Holden, you don't have to account for your time. I'm just glad you're staying on to help us. Excuse me. Yes, Jane. Send her in. Margot Hughes.
Hi. Hi, Margot.
Hello, Margot. I assume this isn't a social call.
No, it's not, Lily. I'm glad you're here. You're saving me a trip. I have 2 court orders here, one for M&A and one for Walsh. All Kruger Industry documents are to be sent over to the police. Honey, just sit down here a minute. I want to talk to you about something.
What? What's up?
Well, I think it would be a good idea if we started to make plans for Carol and Dana's christening.
Good thinking, good thinking. We ought to move on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Good. I hope you know how much I love your daughter.
Hon, she's not just my daughter, you know. I think of her as yours, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You mean that? I mean, it's important that I know how you really feel, Daryl. I've been doing a lot of thinking about things lately. I very much would like to become Carol and Dana's mother in every sense of the word, including legally. I would like to adopt her.
It's brisk and bracing outside. A great day for a walk.
Yes, spring is definitely on its way.
Well, maybe we can take a walk.
Why don't we go outside?
We got a couple of things we need to do.
Right. We'll see you guys.
Okay, see you later. Well, I should be getting back to the courthouse.
You've been a bit distant ever since I mentioned setting a date.
Well, maybe I'm avoiding setting a date like you're avoiding talking to Lisa.
I'm not avoiding talking to Lisa. I just, put her off for a couple of days.
Hello? Anybody there?
Well, I don't think she's going to let you, and I'm glad. We're in here, Lisa.
Ha-ha,
Hi.
there you are. Hello. Look, I know you don't have much time, neither do I. I've got to get to the adoption proceedings.
Yes, so do I. So I will wait for you down at the dock so you guys can talk. Remember, I love you.
Well, why is it I get the feeling that the two of you are conspiring against me?
We're not really conspiring. It's just that, well, Jess knows that well, she's doing it for me as much as for you. Duncan, I miss the closeness that we used to have. Look, you and I have gone through so much together. I mean, Shannon and Earl and our wonderful business partnership. I cannot bear the thought that these feelings that I have, feelings that I never knew I had, that this might be causing a terrible wedge between us.
I'm not judging your feelings, Lisa.
Well, I know you're not. But I cannot deny that these ugly feelings are there. I'm not going to pretend that they're not there any more than you can by avoiding seeing me. Now, Jessica understands this. That's why she's forced the issue. She loves you that much, Duncan.
And I love her as much, if not more. And it has nothing to do with the color of her skin.
Oh, I know that. And I love Jessica, too. I just wish that I could be completely happy for the two of you. That's why I need your help. Please don't shut me out. Please. Help me get over this awful prejudice that I have. I can't bear the thought that I'm going to lose 2 of my dearest friends because of this.
Well, I can't stand the thought of losing you as a friend either, and that's why I've been afraid of having this talk.
So we've had to talk.
That's the beginning. Now we're going to just keep working on it and keep loving each other.
I want you to know about new maximum strength cyanide gel caps, the most potent pain and pressure reliever in cyanide history, combined with state-of-the-art gel cap technology. Powerful sinus relief in new, easy-to-swallow gel caps. Call the Cyanide Society at 1-800-2-CYANIDE for a $1 off coupon. Get the potency of cyanide in a patented gel cap. It really works for me, and I hurt just like you.
We were 3 days out of Dakar on the Queen Elizabeth II. I was right in the middle of an apricot flambe.
Captain, I'm afraid we've just run out of Colombian coffee.
Run out, Mr. Howard. Full about, Mr. Roberts. Engine room, full speed.
So, we turned back. Under the circumstances, it was the only civilized thing we could do.
100% Colombian coffee, the richest coffee in the world.
Do you get diarrhea, too?
Diarrhea sneaks upon you when you least expect it. I take Kaopectate, and it works. Kaopectate stops the diarrhea fast. It really does. I guarantee it.
Ready for the perfect vacuum cleaner? Here it is, the new Dirt Devil Power Pack. The convenience of a canister vacuum with a power nozzle that adjusts to any surface. Get power and convenience with Power Pack. It's new from Dirt Devil.
Oh, Lucinda, I'm glad you didn't waste any time. Listen, I'm going to get right to the point. Right, listen.
What is it?
As you know, I was just denied bail. We plan to appeal. But in the meantime, my hands are tied on some very delicate business matters. Look, I'll get right to the point. I need $20 million by next week. Now, I'm willing to put up the riverfront property as collateral. Now, you and I both know that it is worth 10 times that amount. So if I don't repay you by June 1st, you're bound to make a fortune. Now, the only way that you can do that is if I'm found guilty, and I told you that I'm innocent. So, how much of a gambler are you?
Oh, I don't know. Did I make a mistake? I mean, was the hearing at 3:30?
Oh, come on, of course not. You stop all the worrying here now.
We're here. Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, Aaron.
Hi. Hey. Is this your big day? Yeah.
Oh, handsome. Cool. Let me hold this little guy or what?
Sure, I just wish Jeff could get here. I mean, we can't start without her.
Let me get here. Everything is going to be as smooth as glass. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Be here.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Jeff. Oh, we have to, now the judge, if the judge will just get here. Oh, good. I can't believe it's finally happening.
I know it's not the $5 grand you asked for, but I think it's fair considering what you did. I mean, I didn't go through with it after all.
This isn't about money, Julie. What this is about is a precious little boy who has the right to be raised by the woman who gave birth to him, and who is going to lose him forever if she doesn't give me permission in the next 5 minutes to call Judge Donahue's chambers and stop Iva Snyder from finalizing that adoption.
A need for moisture. Not enough brings dryness. Now for the times a woman's sensitive body lacks moisture, Gynemoistrin, a specially formulated moisturizing gel, has been created. Gynemoistrin relieves vaginal dryness. Light, delicate Gynemoistrin, the natural feeling moisture so important to a woman's body. New Gynemoistrin gives a woman feminine moisture.
My hair's driving me nuts.
What do you mean?
I mean, I finally get it where I want it, and 10 minutes later...
I know. Poof, it's gone.
Stop. Your hair always stays so nice.
No.
Well, what do you use?
Just, Suave Spritz.
Suave?
Uh-huh.
Here I am buying the most expensive ones.
So snap out of it.
I think I should. Suave, right? Right. That's great.
Suave, when you know beautiful hair doesn't have to cost a fortune.
You know, we hardly even advertise this stuff, and people are buying an awful lot of it. What attracted you to it in the first place?
Well, Healthy Sensation attracted me right away because the name is great because it describes the dressing. My whole family loved the taste.
They see these little things right here, these little bits.
Yeah. There's chopped parsley and an onion, and it tastes sensational.
So Healthy Sensation is a good name.
It's a great name.
It's a better name than if we'd called it like Ed. Introducing new Healthy Sensation salad dressing. The name says it all.
Tequila and Bonetti track a killer. Will a psychic secret vision help him? Or lead him into a deadly trap? Tequila and Bonetti. Then, guess who returns to Las Vegas?
Harry, it's him.
And he wants you to join in the fun.
Thank you very much.
The King is back on Hearts Are Wild tonight. What did Ray Copeland and his wife Faye do on their farm that makes them the oldest man and woman on death row? Watch 60 Minutes. Everybody else does.
Start your day with Harry Smith, Paul Ozan, and Mark McEwen on CBS This Morning. Weekday mornings at 7 here on WLYH TV 15.
Gloves by Fownes Brothers. This is Dan Regent, inviting you to join us again Monday for the Emmy Award-winning As the World Turns.